Have you ever watched something on a screen and believed, even for a moment, that what you were seeing was completely real? The camera moves smoothly, the lighting looks perfect, and every reaction appears effortless, as if everything is happening naturally in a single moment. But behind the polished surface of entertainment, there is often a hidden world of preparation, direction, editing, and performance. This truth exists in many areas of media, and the adult film industry is no exception. What many viewers assume is spontaneous is often carefully designed to create a specific experience for the audience. A professional director from the industry once explained that most scenes are not simply recorded from start to finish the way people imagine. Instead, they are constructed piece by piece, using techniques that shape how the viewer interprets what they see. Cameras may change angles several times during a moment that appears continuous. Lighting may be adjusted to highlight certain details while hiding others. Scenes may be paused, repeated, or filmed in multiple takes until they look exactly the way producers want them to appear. When everything is finally edited together, the result feels seamless, even though the reality behind the camera was far more complex. Understanding this difference between entertainment and reality is important, because media has a powerful ability to shape expectations. When viewers believe everything they see on screen reflects real life, they can begin forming unrealistic ideas about relationships, bodies, performance, and intimacy. Educational voices like Dr. Reena Malik often emphasize the importance of separating entertainment from genuine human experience. Her message highlights that healthy understanding begins with awareness, and awareness begins by asking questions about what we are actually watching. Once someone realizes that many scenes are constructed using professional production techniques, the illusion starts to shift. The viewer begins to see the camera tricks, the edits, and the deliberate staging that were invisible before. Suddenly, the polished fantasy no longer feels like a direct reflection of reality, but more like a carefully produced performance designed for entertainment. And that realization is where the deeper story truly begins. As the curtain lifts a little further, the reality becomes even more surprising, because the process behind many adult film scenes is far more technical and controlled than most viewers ever imagine. What appears on screen as a continuous natural moment is often the result of multiple stops and starts, careful planning, and detailed direction. Directors frequently adjust positions, lighting, and camera angles to capture visuals that look dramatic and appealing for the audience. Sometimes a scene that appears to last only a few minutes on screen might actually take hours to film. Camera crews reposition equipment, performers pause while technical details are fixed, and entire sections may be repeated several times until everything looks visually perfect. Even the smallest details can be intentionally shaped through editing, where clips are rearranged, shortened, or enhanced to create a smoother final version. Music, sound design, and post-production techniques can also influence how a scene feels emotionally to the viewer. In the final product, the audience sees something that appears effortless, but in reality, it is the result of coordination between many people working behind the camera. This is where the suspenseful realization begins to grow, because the more someone understands the production process, the more they start to question what they once assumed was authentic. A viewer might suddenly recognize that what seemed spontaneous may actually have been carefully staged to look a certain way. Educational voices like Dr. Reena Malik often encourage people to think critically about media and how it shapes perception. Her discussions frequently highlight that entertainment industries are designed to capture attention, not necessarily to reflect everyday life. When this perspective becomes clear, an important shift happens in the viewer's mind. Instead of measuring real experiences against something designed purely for visual impact, people begin to understand that many scenes are closer to cinematic performance than to genuine human interaction. This awareness can feel almost like discovering a secret that was always hidden in plain sight. The camera may create the illusion of perfection, but behind it there are scripts, retakes, production teams, and editing timelines working together to construct that illusion. And once someone realizes just how carefully those moments are engineered, a deeper question naturally begins to form about how media influences expectations in ways most people rarely notice. And that deeper question leads to the most important realization of all. If what appears on screen is often a carefully constructed performance, then the expectations people form from it deserve to be questioned as well. Many viewers grow up consuming media without ever being told how much production, editing, and staging shapes what they see. Over time, these polished images can quietly influence beliefs about bodies, confidence, relationships, and intimacy. Yet the truth behind the camera tells a very different story. Directors plan scenes, lighting teams design visual mood, editors cut and rearrange footage, and entire production crews work together to create an experience that looks effortless to the audience. When the final version appears on a screen, it is not simply a recording of reality, but a crafted product designed for entertainment. Real human connection in everyday life is far less scripted, far less perfect, and far more authentic. That is why understanding the difference between entertainment and real life is such an important step towards healthier expectations. Educational voices, such as Dr. Reena Malik, often highlight that awareness is one of the most powerful tools people can have when navigating modern media. Her discussions encourage viewers to develop media literacy, to recognize when something is produced for visual effect, and to remember that genuine experiences rarely follow the polished patterns shown in entertainment. When someone begins to view media through this more informed lens, the illusion loses its power to define what is normal or expected. Instead of comparing reality to an edited performance, people can focus on communication, respect, and authenticity in their own lives. The real truth revealed by directors and industry professionals is not simply that scenes are staged, but that understanding this fact can free viewers from unrealistic comparisons that quietly shape their mindset. Once that awareness grows, entertainment becomes just that, entertainment, not a blueprint for real life. And when viewers begin to watch with curiosity instead of assumption, they gain a clearer, healthier perspective on what they see on screen and what truly matters in real human relationships. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.